Hello everybody, SlimKirby here and welcome to the next episode of SlimKirby Central. It is April 16th, 2017, the middle of April, so I figured it was about time for another update to get you guys informed of all the things currently going on in the world of SlimKirby. As I've said in previous updates though, this will be the last video update unless something bad happens, God forbid, for 3 months, as SlimKirby Central will be taking a much different turn this year. Every 3 months, or whenever I find it necessary, I'll be doing a video update, but during all the months in between, I'll be sticking to a website post instead for my updates. The reason why I'm doing this is, well, first of all, I couldn't make a video update for the first 2 months of 2017 due to all the random weirdness I had to deal with, me getting sick, my MagFest trip, and my computer issues. But also just because lately I've been having a huge issue with making video updates. They've become just so much harder for me to make. I never know or feel like I give enough information, or if I give too much information, and most of the time the recordings end up with me rambling on about things that I may not even be relevant to what I'm supposed to be telling you guys. So I feel like I just easily get burnt out with those types of videos. But at the same time, I like having these updates just so I can keep you guys in the loop and give you some ideas about what I'm currently thinking and where the channel's currently going and stuff like that. So basically, I felt like this was a good compromise, plus even though my YouTube channel is my most important medium, I want to make sure my other mediums are a bit more relevant as well moving forward, as they are a part of my brand, and I don't want to leave them behind either. So yeah, that's my reasoning, and I hope you guys understand. And with that, I think we can officially begin the updates for this video. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get things started. So first up we have my YouTube channel, and I'll tell you right now, I have some important things to discuss this time around. But first, let's go over my current projects and hint at some other projects that will be coming a bit later on in the year. Currently, I have finished up Super Paper Mario and have also been working on Pokemon Trading Card Game and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest Dungeon playthrough. As I said, Super Paper Mario has been finished, which has closed the doors of the original Paper Mario trilogy. Although I am not looking forward to the future of this series for very obvious reasons, I am excited to announce that before I get around to that, I'll be making some progress in the Mario and Luigi games first, so expect me to start that at some point this year, or the beginning of next year. As far as Super Paper Mario's replacement project though, I have to admit, I'm really curious about seeing the reaction to what I'll be playing next. Let's just say it's a game series I've been wanting and meaning to do for a very long time. In fact, during the second year of my channel, I even had a poll of what game I should do next, and this game was even on that poll. However, the timing of this never felt right, and I figured I would hold off on it until I was ready for it, and with my 10th year anniversary coming up very soon, I figured that before the year comes to a close, I should cover this one last loose end before moving on, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you guys know me and the type of games I like, you should probably know what this game will be, but I'm not going to say it out loud. Besides, you only have to wait until Tuesday anyway. But yeah, very curious to see how this will go, because it is a game that could unfortunately not be a lot of people's cup of tea, but it's a game series I really enjoy, and I think it is worth covering at least once on my channel at some point, even if it isn't my favorite rendition of this series. But I'll go ahead and leave it at that. As far as the other projects are concerned, Master Quest should be finished by the end of April, while I have no idea when Trading Card Game will end. I estimate around 25 videos before its completion, but it may not even take that long either. It all really depends on if I need any extra videos for it or not, but there's no way of knowing that just yet, because I have not finished recording the project yet. I already know what Master Quest's replacement project will be, and although it will not be Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart Wii will be on the horizon and may be the weekend project following the next one. What is the next project, you may ask? Still going to keep quiet about it, but there is, and there will be, some familiar faces, I'm sure. Maybe some very recent familiar faces, too. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not really sure what trading cards replacement will be, though. I want to say it'll be one of the big projects I hinted at during my final 2016 video, but it all depends on if I want to start one of those yet or do another short game first. I still haven't finished recording Trading Card Game yet, as you already know, so I might have a better answer once I make it to that point and I actually do have that finished. But until then, I don't really have any ideas, but I'll surely come up with some as we get closer to that date. Speaking of those 4 big projects, some of you are probably wondering when I'm going to start revealing those. Well, it's your lucky day because I am feeling incredibly generous today. I can and will say for certain, mainly because I already revealed these projects would be covered this year anyway, that both Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Sonic Adventure 1 will be done this year. The former will probably happen during the summer, and the latter probably will happen during the fall. So yes, those 2 video game juggernauts will have the floor yet again before the end of the year, so you can definitely count on that. The third hint I gave about a Great War with double the impact, some of you guessed I would be returning to the Advance Wars series with Dual Strike, and that is something I will confirm officially as a correct guess and assumption. So great job on deciphering that one, guys. Dual Strike is probably the game I'm thinking about doing after Trading Card Game, or at least after the short project that could follow Trading Card Game, but this is not 100% guaranteed just yet. Advance Wars is always a major undertaking for me, and it is a tremendous commitment to boot, so we'll see how I'm feeling when I get to that point. And as for the final hint, the one about being stranded with a colorful cast of characters, and the decision of whether they will live or die, we had a lot of Pikmin 3 guesses for that one. And I have to say, I commend you guys for that incorrect guess, because I wasn't even thinking about that when I made the hint initially, so thank you for showing me that my hint was more misleading than I originally thought, which is honestly what I wanted for that one. But yeah, it's not going to be Pikmin 3, but it has been correctly guessed at this point, so it's nice to know that someone saw through the unintentional misdirection I made. I'm not going to reveal this hint though, as I want it to be a surprise, but I'm intending for it to be the first new project after my 10th year anniversary, so you won't have to wait too long for it. Again, my 10th year anniversary is July 4th, so we got a few months to go, but still, those months will go by really, really quickly. After all, it's been like 3 months since 2017 started, so already we have 3 months out of the way, so it will not take long at all to get to that point. So now that I've called attention to it a whole bunch, what about that 10th year anniversary? I mean, it's coming up soon, right? July 4th, 2017, that's only 3 months from now, right? Yes, it is, and my god, as much as I am looking forward to it, I am also dreading it because I did promise you guys another clip show special, but since my last clip show was during my 6th year anniversary, I have 4 years of content to pull moments from for this next special, and that is a lot of content. That's about 70 Let's Play projects I need to pull moments from, and to do all of that work in less than 3 months, yeah, I'm going to need some major help with this, or a time machine to go back in time to tell myself to work on this sooner, but as we know, that's definitely not going to happen. So, the clip show is not all that I want to do, though. As I mentioned before, I have a project plan that I think would be a good way to celebrate the huge milestone, and I would like to do another all-day stream marathon as well. But the clip show will definitely be the biggest undertaking. Because of that, I would really like to enlist the help of some Star Warriors who are very knowledgeable in regards to all the funny moments, epic moments, fail moments, or just noteworthy moments in general of the past 4 years. Starting with, I think, A Link to the Past, and the second half of Fortune Street, to the projects I'm currently working on now and will be working on in the next 2 months. And even if you aren't as familiar with some of those projects, even just going back and watching or rewatching those videos to help me find moments would be a tremendous help to me, and I would very much appreciate it. And don't worry, I'm never going to ask someone to watch through an entire project they don't want to do, nor am I just going to have all my helpers do this special for me. Naturally, I'll be rewatching my projects as well and looking for moments too. Not to mention, I'm going to be the one actually making the video, which will be the real meat of the project as it is. But yeah, I am definitely going to need some help, and I'm going to actually tell you guys right now how you could potentially be a part of making this clip show special. So, if you are interested in helping out with this special, please go to my website's contact page. Just go to slimkirby.net, go to the Contact and Links tab, go to the Contact page, and then you can see a form that you'll directly send to my email. And make sure that when you're sending the email, under the subject you put 10th Anniversary Help. It's in the drop-down box, so it's very easy to find. And in the message, give me your email address or some way I can contact you. Give me your online identity, what you want to be known as, your YouTube name, Twitter handle, whatever you want to give me. And let me know that you would be willing to help out. I don't know how exactly I'll be organizing this yet. I thought about getting a Discord chat specifically for this project, and I will definitely have a Google Doc running at some point as well, which will be highlighting any and all progression of the project thus far. I'm still in the process of brainstorming this though, and I'll definitely have a more clear direction of how I want to go about this next month, because in May I'm going to be hitting this project really hard so I can be ready for the deadline. So if you are interested, please send that message as soon as possible, and when May comes around, keep checking your inboxes or whatever contact you gave me for further instruction. I'll also be making a video in May specifically dedicated to this as well, so if you forgot to message me this time, or if you aren't sure if you can help yet, you will still have another chance if you change your mind or if things change somewhere down the line. But I did want to inform you guys that this is definitely on my mind, and preparation for it is started. I just wanted to gauge any interest on whether or not anybody wanted to assist in helping me make this special. For example, for my 6th-year anniversary, I actually had the assistance of a few very dedicated individuals who really came through for me and helped me with getting some of the moments for that video. So it was really nice having, like, as little help as I did have. The help I did get just from like 2 or 3 individuals really made a huge difference in finding moments from projects I hadn't even thought of for the longest time. So it really was a tremendous help, and you know, even if you only like watch through like one project or come up with one moment, it's still something that I could use. So honestly, any help I could have with this, I would really appreciate it. In fact, I'll even try to find some way to kind of thank you guys in the future, whether it's through some promotional stuff that I can give out, or just anything like that. I haven't really thought about all of that stuff yet, but that is something I'll definitely look into to thank you guys for all the help that I would eventually be getting with this, because like I said, 4 years, 70 projects. Given a lot of projects are really short and won't take a lot of time to get through, there are some very big projects involved as well. So I mean, there are definitely a lot of things to consider for this clip show, and having help, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in terms of YouTube. So if you are interested in helping out, as I said before, send me a contact message through my website and wait for further instructions in May. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy all the content I have prepared for you guys. Let's make the rest of my 10th year a fun ride, because yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years, and that's just incredible. So let's go ahead and talk about something else now. Now, as we move to the streaming side of things, I actually have quite the update and announcement for you guys in regards to how I'll be moving forward with my Twitch channel as well. Since my last update, I've been doing some stream experimentation lately. I've been doing less scheduled stream events and more impromptu and casual stream events during the afternoons. I've still been doing my weekly Saturday night stream when I'm not on vacation anyway, but now I'm kind of working under the basis of streaming when I feel like it, which is honestly a lot more common than you guys would actually think. You see, previously I thought that whenever I wanted to stream, I had to have some sort of plan or objective in mind before I started, almost to the point where streams were starting to become more like my YouTube projects, which, if someone wants to do streams like that, that's fine, but I already do that enough with YouTube, so in a sense it was kind of wearing me out a bit. Then, whenever it wasn't wearing me out, and when I wanted to play more because I did weekly streams, it would take 7 whole days before I could play the game again. And let's face it, if you start playing a game for the first time and you enjoy it, you don't want to wait 7 days before you can play it again. You just play it as soon as possible, and you can play more of it, and that's essentially the route I want to go with my streams as well. And this way, I won't feel restricted to what I can play either. It can be retro achievements, randomizers, blind playthroughs, or even just random game I decide to play for the hell of it. Heck, one of the first things I thought about with this new setup was when I finally get my Nintendo Switch, I could use these streams as a way to play through all the new games I get. Whether they be Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a new Bomberman game, just all sorts of options. But then, if I don't feel like streaming, I shouldn't have to feel obligated to stream either, which is the way I think it should be. So in a way, I'm downplaying the serious and strict nature of the stream events, but at the same time opening up the possibilities for more stream events down the road, which I know might seem confusing at first, but it makes sense to me, and that's probably all that matters in the long run. As far as stream events to come, though, I'm still working through my first playthrough of Digimon World 1 and all of its complexities. It really is a difficult and complicated game, not gonna lie, but there is something that I really find fascinating about the game, too. It's definitely one of those games where once you understand how the mechanics work, you can have a lot of fun with it in terms of challenging your own abilities and really testing the boundaries of the game and how it wants you to complete its objectives. If you are interested in seeing what the game is all about, I try to play through a few hours of it every Saturday and at night, so check it out if you have the time. Also, as part of my new streaming setup, I'm also going to attempt to do a randomized seed of the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past item randomizer every single week. Why? Well, let's just say the Speedruns Live and Speed Gaming Tournament of A Link to the Past randomizer has really gotten me interested in how competitive, but in a very fun way, the races of that randomizer can be. And someday in the future, not gonna lie, I kind of want a piece of that action as well, and potentially join a future tournament that they do. But before I can do much with that, I'm going to need a lot of practice and will need to improve a lot. In other words, I have a lot of work to do, but I think it can be a lot of fun as well, so I hope this is something I can continue and invest some serious time into. And that's why I kind of want to do this every week, because that way I'm not playing too much of it, and I'm still getting practice by, you know, essentially playing the game once per week or something of that nature. And I can also experiment with other randomizers as well. Doesn't have to be limited to A Link to the Past, but that's just the one I'm very, very interested and very invested in at the moment. I also owe you guys another session of my Donkey Kong 64 speed-through, which, if it does happen again, will probably be a weekday evening stream, but as far as when that's going to be, not gonna lie, I'm not really sure yet. As much as I love DK64 and playing that game fast, I can only do it in short bursts because it's such an incredibly long game, and there are a lot of intricacies involved with it as well. But I do promise I'll get back around to that at some point, and I appreciate your patience until then. But aside from that, that's all I really need to mention for Twitch at the moment. So remember, I stream every Saturday night as part of my weekly Saturday night grind, and during the weekdays in the afternoon, keep your eyes open for a potential stream and chillax. These casual streams will always be confirmed on Twitter during the afternoons before I go live, so if you haven't followed my Twitter account yet, please do, and of course follow my Twitch channel and turn on email notifications, or just notifications in general, so you don't miss an event if you are capable of watching one. I'll also try to start archiving these streams as well, just in case somebody wants to come back and watch at a later date and time as well, but yeah. I think that's about it for this section, so we're going to move on to the next topic. But before I move on to the next topic, very quickly, just want to ask your opinion. What do you guys think of the new names that I'm giving my stream events? Like I said, I called my casual weekday streams during the afternoon. I call them the stream and chillax streams. And I want to start calling my Saturday night streams the Saturday Night Grind, so you know, thought that'd be cool to kind of give some unique names to my different stream events, and it might make things a little more unique, I think. So yeah, let me know what you think about that in the video comments below. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. So it has been a few weeks since my last Simpsons retrospective, since I did take a break during my vacation time. But I am looking forward to making a comeback and finishing up the rest of Season 1, considering we are only 5 episodes away from the finish line. After that, I suppose I'll move on to Season 2 and continue it from there. That's really all I need to say, so this will be a rather short update considering. It really has been a lot of fun doing these lookbacks, though, And again, very, very special thanks and very special shout out to my two good friends, Pixel Plume and Malkinor Beck, who are fellow Simpson lovers like myself. They've honestly made this whole process like a lot more fun for me as well. Because again, whenever I post the issues, they're the first ones to actually see them and read them. And it's really cool to kind of share that with two of my best friends, and they always kind of give me the confidence to keep making them because they really enjoy them, and it makes me want to create more for not just them, but for everyone who's also interested in this series as well. So really has kept me going in this series that I really wasn't sure how it was going to go, because I kind of jumped into this whole thing just thinking, okay, I'm going to try to review every single Simpsons episode, which will be quite the undertaking for sure. But, you know, I wanted to do this very casually, and it's been like a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So it's going to encourage me to keep doing this for hopefully a very long time, and maybe someday in the future I could essentially get done with the entire series. But until the series actually stops, that's going to be a really, really tough goal to meet. But, you know, I'm going to stay confident. I'm going to keep doing this. Like I said, I have a lot of fun doing it, and that's honestly all that matters. So, hope you guys will enjoy the future issues of this retrospective. Aside from that, though, not really thinking of any other website additions at the moment. Currently, with getting ready for the massive project that will be my 10th year anniversary special, I'm not exactly looking to starting anything else on the website front. But I have tossed around a few ideas in my head for website series and posts for the future. For example, I have been playing through all the Fire Emblem games, so when I'm finished, or at least in the position where I feel I could potentially rank them all, maybe I could make a post in regards to that journey, or start a series much like the Simpsons one, where I talk about each installment of the game and how I feel about them. However, as I said, with bigger things coming at a much neater deadline, I wouldn't expect that stuff to anytime soon. It is some food for thought, though, and I figured I'd share that with you. With all that being said, though, I don't really have much else I need to talk about right now. We're still trying to figure out our next move for Puddle Plains HD, there aren't any immediate shoutouts I want to make, and really, all the very important things I needed to get out there were covered in the YouTube and Twitch sections, so I think I can leave it at that and start closing this video out. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I hope all of you guys are looking forward to all the great content to come. We've almost made it 10 years together, and my god, it's been quite the ride. So, I'll talk to you guys next time. Reminder, it will be a website update next time. I'll be sure to post it and advertise it on Twitter when it comes out. And it'll be most likely in the SlimKirby Central section as well. So, again, just kind of keep your eyes open. I'll try to get that out to you guys in some form. But yeah. This has been SlimKirby. This has been the SlimKirby Central update for April 2017. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Later, folks.